It was a quiet evening in the Smith household. The sun had just set, painting the sky with shades of pink and orange. Raina, a bright and curious 10-year-old, was sitting on her bed with her favorite Bible storybook. Her younger sister, Lily, tiptoed into the room, clutching her stuffed bunny. "Raina, can you read me a story?" Lily asked, her eyes wide with excitement. Raina smiled and patted the space next to her on the bed. "Of course, Lily. How about the story of Ruth and Naomi?" Lily climbed up eagerly, nestling close to her sister. "Who's Ruth and Naomi?" she asked. Raina opened the book to the story of Ruth and Naomi. "Well," she began, "Ruth and Naomi's story is one of my favorites. It's about love, loyalty, and how God takes care of us, even when things seem really hard." Lily's eyes sparkled with curiosity as Raina started to read, her voice soft and engaging, drawing her sister into the ancient world of Bethlehem and Moab. The story of Ruth and Naomi. A long time ago in the land of Israel, there was a woman named Naomi. She lived in Bethlehem with her husband and 2 sons, but a famine struck the land, and they decided to move to Moab, where there was food. Sadly, while in Moab, Naomi's husband passed away. Naomi's sons married 2 Moabite women named Orpah and Ruth, but after about 10 years, Naomi's 2 sons also died. Naomi was very sad and decided to return to Bethlehem. She told Orpah and Ruth to stay in Moab with their families. Orpah eventually agreed and stayed in Moab, but Ruth loved Naomi very much and didn't want to leave her. Ruth said to Naomi, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." So Ruth and Naomi traveled together back to Bethlehem. When they arrived, it was the time of the barley harvest. Ruth went to the fields to gather leftover grain so they could have food. She happened to work in a field owned by a kind man named Boaz. Boaz noticed Ruth and heard about her loyalty to Naomi. He admired her and made sure she was safe and had enough to eat. Boaz was a relative of Naomi's late husband, which was very important in their culture. Naomi realized that Boaz could help them, so she advised Ruth on what to do. Ruth followed Naomi's advice, and Boaz agreed to take care of them. Boaz and Ruth eventually got married, and they had a son named Obed. Obed grew up and became the grandfather of King David, from whose family Jesus would eventually be born. Ruth's story shows how God takes care of those who trust in Him, and how love and loyalty can lead to great blessings.